can we grow spiritually this year? You know, a lot of us, we walk into a new year with a lot of excitement because this is going to be the year that everything changes. A lot of people, we say things like new year, new me. And so this is going to be the year when a lot of new things start in our lives. And so what happens is we begin to make a lot of resolutions. We're going to go to the gym this year. We're going to change the way that we eat this year. And maybe some of our resolutions are, you know what, when I look at last year, I didn't read the Bible the way that I wanted to. So this year I'm going to read the whole thing. I didn't really pray as much as I thought I should last year. So this year I'm going to start every day by praying for 30 minutes. And those sound great on paper. But the problem for a lot of us when it comes to our resolutions for a new year and how can we grow spiritually, a lot of times our goals are so big that we just can't sustain it. It's too much change brought into our lives at one time, and we just can't handle it. And not only that, what do you do when life just gets in the way so you can't pray in the morning the way that you wanted to? That's why a lot of times our resolutions just don't work. And for most people, they give up just a few weeks after they set those goals. So I want to give us a principle today that can help us not just grow spiritually, but with every single goal that we have. And it's just simply this principle, that rhythms are better than resolutions. Rhythms are better than resolutions. So what's a rhythm? A rhythm is a repeated pattern in our life. That's a rhythm. You might be watching this and feel like your life is chaotic, but here's what I could bet for a lot of people is true, that you have the same routine every morning. You get ready probably the same way every single day. A lot of people, they eat lunch at the same place every single day. They eat the same thing for lunch every day. Or maybe you have the same routine that you go through at night. A lot of times we can feel our lives are chaotic, but we have a routine, and those routines are rhythms. So what are rhythms that you can build into your life this year to help you to grow spiritually? Maybe you want to get into the Bible more this year. And instead of trying to sit down for an hour at a time, you've never done that before, but that just sounds really good. You're going to sit down an hour every day and read the Bible. What if you just tried to build the rhythm of reading 1 or 2 minutes a day? At a key point in the day, maybe in the morning or at lunch or a time that works for you. Or instead of trying to pray for a really long time in the morning, when you're getting ready in the morning, a lot of people, for their morning routine, they have noise in the background. You know, the TV's on, they're listening to the radio. What if you just played worship music in the background? Or on your way to school or work, instead of listening to radio and the same songs that you hear every single day, what if you use that time to pray? You're going to school and work anyway, but what if you use that time to talk to God? Because God is everywhere. God is going with you to school. God's going with you to work. So what if you just talk to Him? That's honestly why going to church every single Sunday, why just having the commitment to have you and your family in church every Sunday is such a huge rhythm to build into your life. Because what happens? Sunday comes every 7 days. And just the commitment of you and your family being in church to say, hey, you know what? Our family revolves around God. And nobody else may see it, but we're sending a message to ourselves that our family revolves around God. And the way that we do that is we have a rhythm of going to church, worshiping with God's people every 7 days. That's a rhythm. See, rhythms are better than resolutions. And here's the thing about rhythms. Rhythms might look small at the beginning, but over time they grow and lead to big change. That's why Jesus said that the kingdom of God's like a small seed. You plant it in the ground and nobody can see it at first, but over time it becomes the biggest tree of all. That's what rhythms do. See, rhythms are better than resolutions. So what are some rhythms that you can begin to build in your life to help you grow spiritually this year? So maybe you're watching this and you've got more questions about it. Guys, I'd love to help. You can send a message to our Facebook page, or you can send me a message here on Facebook. And don't forget, Q&A is something we're starting every Tuesday. So your questions, we try to answer them. So you can ask questions about anything and leave those questions in the comments. Send a message, send as many as you want. And every Tuesday, look for a new episode of Q&A right here on our Facebook page.